I have here the beloved $2 Chuck, or the Charles Shaw wine, exclusively sold at Trader Joe's. It first appeared in stores in 2002 and has since been a very popular, affordable wine option at Trader Joe's. So the greatest thing about this is that they do have other varietal wines. So they have a Merlot, a Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay, really the well-known wines that we all hear. For beginners, it probably is a better option to go with something more affordable, just so that you can become familiar with red wine versus white wine, and then you can dive in deeper by figuring out which varietal you like. But sometimes if you do that with the good quality wines, it will end up being very expensive, whereas this is just $2. However, I do have some extra notes on this very popular Trader Joe's staple. For Trader Joe's, selling a super value wine comes with a lot of adjustments, contrary to how other winemakers produce their wines and distribute it as well. Charles Shaw is produced in California, but not in the fancy regions of Napa Valley or Sonoma County. It's actually produced in the San Joaquin Valley, where the real estate is much more affordable, keeping those costs low. With a $2 price point, this wine is sometimes cheaper than a bottle of soda. So in addition to low real estate costs, this wine is also fermented in oak chips versus the pricier wine barrels. The cork is a form of cheap engineered cork. It's basically the IKEA furniture of corks. The packaging and bottle is made of cheaper, lightweight material, which also brings down the cost of shipping when they're distributing the wine to the stores. The mass production technique keeps overhead low and labor costs low as well. And the massive demand for this wine makes it so that they can make large quantities of wines and bringing down each individual cost to make it. It came to my attention recently that the catchy name $2 Chuck actually doesn't ring true in price in every state. Now, I bought this here in California and the price really is $2, but in other states, and if you're watching from somewhere else other than California, the price may go up to about $1 extra, around $3.49 including tax. So that was an interesting note, but even then, $3.49 or even $4 is pretty affordable for a wine tasting. Based on my personal experiences with Charles Shaw, if you're looking for a profound flavor tasting profile, acidity, or just uniqueness in different wines, Charles Shaw is probably not the best option, and that's like quote unquote quality wine. And I think as a beginner, if you're just starting off with Charles Shaw, like I mentioned earlier, you'll get an idea of what kind of wines you want, and you can move up from there. So your price range may increase as you go along the journey of wine tasting. In the end, Charles Shaw proved that wine does not have to be expensive in order to be drinkable and enjoyable. Learn more about popular wine varietals by clicking the video here.